guys, welcome back to Blackgate. Yeah, I'm not doing the menu this time, because, yeah, I haven't played this game. I haven't even kept up to date on it in, like, I don't even know how long, honestly, but it's been quite a while. So, yeah, let's get into it. I wake up to the night, again. Go with the flow. I mean, I don't mind the darkness, it makes sleeping in that much easier. I can't wait to get a day, I mean night off, so I can sleep and relax. But I don't have the night off, so I need to get ready. I jump out of bed, ready for whatever is next. I head to the bathroom. The front door is wide open to the dark abyss outside. Leaves brush past my bare foot as the cool air pushes its way in. I turn and grab the fire poker. What is this? My heart is pounding. There might be something here. I yell out. Hello, is anyone there? Anything here? Just the wind response. Slowly I creep and walk my way through the cabin. The poker is ready to take on anything here. Aim willing. I slowly open the bathroom door. Makes a horrible creaking noise as it opens, and I flip the light on. Nothing. I move out the cabin, eyeing every shadow and leaf that moves as a sign of danger. I make it into the living room, peer at every corner, and head to the front door to shut and lock it. I continue through each area and into the kitchen. There's nothing here, I think. I can't be too sure. This is really strange. Search again. I do another sleep with the cabin, checking every nook and cranny. There's nothing. It's probably the wind that opened the door. The cabin is a mess. The floor is covered with leaves, and it's already drafty. Cabin's much cooler. If there's anything worse than waking up to a home invasion, it's waking up to a cold house. Shivering, I walk to the bathroom. I'm crunching dry, dead leaves underfoot. Well, then sweep them up. I get in the shower. The warm water cascades over me, and my heart begins to relax. But once again, it's heavy. It continues to sink lower in my chest. Is this it? Is this my life? Just waiting for some crazy unexplained incident to end my life? I can't help but think these thoughts over and over. I need to push them out. The taco and lawnmower, they seem nice. Vincent has got the fluff that means well. Is it so different here than at home? Well, of course it is, but what makes a home? The familiarity, the location, the people and not people. Looking to the library, I wonder what else I'll be doing. I hope I'm not going out and stopping monsters from getting mad and fighting each other. I hope I don't face my death in these place. There it is, that word. Hope. I tap my head against the wall, showering of the thud, take a deep breath. Water almost gets into my nose, pouring down my face. Sickly human body, I am not important. I can't be important. There's no way I am important. Maybe I am. Or maybe I'm just a bit of an emotional wreck that needs to get my shit together. Come on, Alex, get it together. I need a library and continue my job, and maybe, just maybe, I will learn more about this place, get some answers. I'm sure I can figure something out. I must keep going. Turn off the shower and get dressed. Go to the fridge, need some food. Now that I'm rested, cleaned, and fed, it's time to call the library. The phone rings and a familiar voice answers. Let me guess, Alex. Yeah. Good, now get your ass into gear and get here quick. We have an important situation that needs our attention. The phone goes dead and I'm left with the hum of nothing. I wonder what he meant by situation. I guess I'll find out once I get to the library. I grab my weapon and head out into the darkness. It's much easier getting through the trail once I've gone through it a couple times. Starting to learn where the roots and holes are. Tree markings and familiar bushes lead the way. It's still unnerving. The light of town is comforting. How horrible. I'm happy to be in the town. Drive along the streets and there are less eyes on me. This place is becoming accustomed to my existence. I'm fighting to not be accustomed to it. I come to the library and swing the door open. Vincent has two phones up to his ears, desperately talking to who knows what. Kataka and Longma are getting backpacks together with equipment. I walk up to Katako and Longma. Before I can say anything, Vincent yells at me. He drops the phones. I guess they weren't important. We're finally here with a new case, and right now it is top priority. Sooth, an old geezer, was found dead an hour ago. We will go investigate and bring us back some answers. Any questions before we go? Not that I want to answer them. If this is a case, does that mean he was murdered? Let me check. Vincent rubs his temples sarcastically into his chants. Don't know. Let's go ask him. Oh wait, he's dead. Wait, are we going now? Of course, we're waiting for you. You do know that the likelihood of solving homicide drops drastically the first 48 hours, right? We need to figure this out quickly. We cannot and will not stand for useless death. No death, only life. See Katako, kids, so now grab some forensic gear and let's go. Longma bounces up to me with a clipboard in his hand. I'll fill you on the ODR details when we get to the site. Katako grabs several backpacks off equipment and lugs them over his shoulder. Vincent puts his hands in his pockets. He walks out of the library and we all follow. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're kidding. But seriously, what the fuck is Katako? What the fuck is he? We trek along the street and I walk with Longma and Katako. I feel the urge to ask Longma a question or two, but he beats me to it. So, I don't know, Suk was an old resident of the town. He worked as a psychic, doing readings and directing them to the library. He could not help them. Reports say he used to work at the library before Vincent took over. Suk with the no known enemies in town, he was well respected by everyone here. He did enough for the town in his time as a resident. Oh, darn ya. Oh, geez, he was one who directed me to Vincent. I am sad he's gone. I should not let personal feelings get in the way of duty. It is very, difficult to not let that happen. Keep it cool, Longma. Stick with it. Yes, Sooth lived alone in the apartment. He did his readings from his apartment. And it was his neighbor who called him the disturbance. His routine was not consistent, was noticed. The neighbor looked through the already open door and found Sooth dead in his living reading room. This would be a psychic reading room, not a library reading room. Called and left. What was it? I didn't see that. Do you have any questions? How did he die exactly? Initial part says, oh my, blood loss. Neighbors saw a lot, and I quote, a lot of blood. He was stabbed? Possibly. How long has Sooth been dead? A long time? The report is recent, however it is unknown how long he's been dead. Who was the last individual to see him alive? Still unknown at this time. Figures, it is never easy. If he was psychic and could see the future, did he not see this coming? That is a rude question. No, but that is a legitimate question. He could not have seen his own future, and what he saw was always limited. What could he see? He could see connections between monsters, future connections and meetings, and he could set those meetings to happen. He would make the future he saw happen. Not very psychic, if you ask me. He created self-fulfilling prophecies. So does that validate or invalidate his ability to see the future? That is a question of perspective. No other questions. Make it the apartment complex. It was a couple stories high, but nothing extravagant. Entering the building, we were met by a worried creature. He says he was the one that found Sooth's body. Well, shouldn't he be the first suspect then? I'll talk to the witness while you three go upstairs and figure out what happened. Find clues that might help. We go deeper inside the apartment complex and travel up a couple flights of stairs. We get to Sooth's apartment, and it has a sign that says, Psychic Readings, Know Your Tomorrow Today. The door is unlocked. Wait, he said the door was already open. And our door was already open when we woke up. I don't like that. Not one bit. We open the door and the smell of blood is on the air. It smells like copper. Well, that's what blood smells like, idiot. Stepping inside, nothing looks amiss. There are two windows and doors leading to the bathroom, bedroom, and reading room, respectively. Not that I've ever smelled blood, but I have tasted it, sucked off my own finger when I had a cup. But yeah, it's like metallic, penny-ish kind of thing. And like a coin. As I check the main living room area, nothing seems out of place. There's no struggle of any kind in this apartment. It is quite messy in here, but most of this town is messy. The windows are shut and locked. I open the living room area, and there is Sooth, dead. Sooth looks, or looked I guess, since he's dead, like a mutant turtle, a wrinkled old turtle without any kind of proper shell. But why is his body still there? Wouldn't they... That makes no sense. He is sitting in a chair, slumped over an elaborate card table that is now covered in blood and dripping ichor onto the floor. This has got to be murder. I can stay calm and keep it together. It's very surreal. It's easy to brush this all off. It's just a game. However, that pit in my stomach grows with disgust. I check the walls and see blood is sprayed and splattered on each side, going quite a distance. The floor has a couple footprints leading out in blood, and since it's a spray pattern, there's no easy way to figure out shoe size. There is a side table that is a tip jar and is filled with all sorts of paper currency. There's a stone on top of the money. I pick up the stone, and that is the size and shape of a six-sided dice. It is dark purple, almost black and translucent. You know, my sister would really enjoy this because she's going into criminology and she's going to college for it, dual enrollment, and they're doing this sort of crime scene investigation unit right now, which she was telling me about it, like, weird. On the card table there are several tarot cards laying face down in a pile. There are also 7 cards facing upwards. 2 of the cards are faced up on top of each other. There's one next to those 2 and then 4 cards in a row. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to, like, do something with those. The card on top of the other card is the Tower. The card on the bottom is the 10 of Swords. The other card is the Knight of Wands. The first card in the row is of 4 is the Fool upside down. The next is the King of Swords. The next is the Justice card. The top card of the rest of the set of 4 is an upside down Devil card. I have no idea what any of this means. Yeah, me neither. I don't like tarot. It's fucking stupid mysticism bullshit. I take a picture of it with my phone. I decided it's best to take all of the cards, even though I am picking up blood with them. I go and check Sooth by pushing him upright, and his neck is slashed wide open. I try to mimic the possible killing, and there is enough room for someone to come up behind him and slit his throat. Even in this position, it would be easy to get away from the assailant, so it's troubling that there is no struggle or fight. Everything seems to be in place, except for all the blood which should be inside Sooth. I check the bathroom and I see the sink splattered with blood. It looks like the criminal was trying to wash their hands. A gray-brown towel is stained. The assailant knew they had time to kill and decided it would be best to get cleaned up. I check the towel much closer. It has weird marks on it, not something that hands would make. There are straight lines of blood. I open the door to the bedroom. There appears to have been some activity in here. There is a nearly empty bookshelf, the books scattered all across the ground. So the killer killed Sooth, tried to clean up, and then tried to find a book, is what I'm guessing, is what I'm picking out from this. Okay, there are some fiction fantasy novels and not many. Sorry it was non-fiction. I fucking hate fiction. I fucking hate fantasy novels. They're so fucking stupid. I wonder why all these books are out of the shelf. The inner librarian in me kicks in. I start to put all the books back on the shelving unit. Literally me. Once all of them are in place, it appears that one of the shelves is not completely full like the others. I told you. Kotaku was watching me and one was dusting for prints. Kotaku, are all the books cataloged in the library? Yes, we know booking for time. So if we take all these books, we can figure out which one is missing? Yes. Kotaku, do you know what it is? I show him the dark. Show him the dark purple stone, his eyes widen. That is much worth. Are you steal it? What? No. That is edgeless stone. Longma's interest is peaked and he comes bouncing over. Edgeless stone? Oh my, those are very valuable. How did you get one? It was in Soup's tip jar. If something this valuable is still here, he wasn't robbed. I need more information on this stone. Who uses them to pay for services? I think that is enough searching for now. Taco, can we take all these books with us? Okay. I carry. Yes, please. Leave the apartment with the edge of the stone in my pocket. All the library books are in Kotaku's arms. I see his use now. Wow, he's not an object, he's a person. As we shut the door, Longman takes out the typical police tape, uses a section off a murder scene. He flashes the door with it, and then writes in chalk in certain spots. I wonder why. What is it with the chalk?
Oh, dear, for the metaphysically abled.
Huh?
Oh no, how do I explain? For those who can't see too well in this realm, but in other realms.
A magical seal. I should assume as much. Out of nowhere, Vincent shows up.
It's not magic, you Nimrod. It is metaphysical science and realm manipulation. Those who are ignorant call it magic.
Just how humans used to explain gravity as ether.
Sure, yeah, whatever. What did you all find in there?
Edge of stone. We found a strange stone in the tip jar.
Let me see.
Take the stone from my pocket.
An edge of stone, interesting. That is worth more than the paper money we have. What do you think it means?
Wealthy client. Maybe last client saw a lot of money?
Possible, but this is the equivalent of 6 weeks worth of work. I don't see someone paying for something that costs only a quarter of a night.
Do you think he died for it?
I doubt that. Why would you die for something you can't spend? What did you find?
Sooth's position. Sooth's body was placed in a way that suggests there was no struggle. The killer came up behind him and slit his throat.
That's a nasty way to go. Did the killer sneak up behind him?
It does not appear that way. Sooth, at his back to a wall, was facing the only entrance to the room.
What do you think this means?
Sooth, no criminal. Sooth,
He could have already been dead.
Maybe Sooth died from a different method and his throat was cut.
You think with poison? Maybe a spell was cast on him.
If there is magic involved, does anyone have the power to go through walls?
There are 2 individuals who can go through walls. This is what you thought. What else did you find?
Bathroom towel. In the bathroom, there is a towel that the killer washed his hands with. The towel is a peculiar pattern out from the blood.
What kind of pattern?
There were straight lines of blood.
Any theory?
Weapon. The straight lines and angles means that a sharp blade was used.
The killer cleaned his weapon. At least we have a weapon to go off of now.
Yes, but what kind of blade? I don't know.
True. What else did you find?
Missing books. Sooth had a large collection of books, and they were the only things disturbing the apartment.
This is true. There's a lot of books that the Red Library has record of.
Well, it makes me think that this was...
No. So it's a robbery. That's why... Well, then why wasn't any money taken?
Why else would the books be all messed up unless something was taken?
We'll have to check here if a book here is missing for certain. What else did you find?
I don't know if I'm messing up or not. As a result of blood pattern, it appears that 3 cards are missing from the tarot reading.
Which 3 cards?
I don't know yet. I have to compare the present cards to that of a full deck.
What do you think this means?
If the tarot reading offers a complete picture of who he's reading for, then we can determine who the perpetrator is.
It is possible. There's too much speculation on who it could be just from a bunch of cards.
Also, if we find the cards, we can get more clues of the killer itself.
This is true. So if we find the cards, we find the killer. However, that wishful thinking will get us nowhere. What else did you find?
I have nothing else.
There are leads. It's not a bad start to figure out this mess. What are your thoughts, sir?
I have many thoughts, but nothing is concrete. You've been listening to me speculate this whole time. I believe your insider knowledge might shine some light in the situation.
Yes, I do have a couple of things up my sleeve. What I've learned from Sooth's neighbor he had a meeting last night. This puts the murder on the time we all got off work. When we get home from work, as most of us do, most of the companies do, so do most of the companies in town, that leaves the suspect pool wide open. Someone doesn't want to make this easy for us.
Either way, I know that Alex is involved.
What?
You're not directly to blame, but you may be the reason why he was killed. Before you stumbled upon this town and stirred things up, Sooth took out a book on human psychology. This book was obviously in the fiction section. We all know psychology isn't real, yet Sooth, a mystic, one who prides himself on non-fiction, took out a fiction book. Not only that, but one on humans. To make things stranger, a human shows up 5 nights later. If I were a betting cat, which I am, I wager that the book missing is in the that pile. That the book missing in that pile is a psychology book. This must be a coincidence. Highly unlikely. My assumption is that Sooth was killed because he knew something. That something was the fact that you were coming, I am certain. Oh no, if Sooth knew, who else knew? I don't know. However, the edge of the stone is to point us in a direction on purpose. To those who are in on it. Then it must be a trap.
Of course it is, you idiots. This is to stop you from meeting someone you're not supposed to.
I am not supposed to? In whose eyes?
Stop repeating me. The killer for one, whoever the killer worked for. This was a planned killing. We should head back to the library and continue our investigation. I have a task for you, Longman, when we get back. I have a task for you as well, Alex. Let's go. Leave the apartment complex, and I'm carrying the backpacks we brought with us. They are damn heavy.
So in this world, psychology is fake. Okay, no, it's not though. It's not fake. But so someone, he knew we were coming somehow because of his psychic bullshit. And maybe he brought what he saw to reality, maybe? Like the self-fulfilling bullshit that Vincent was talking about. I see Vincent mulling over what has happened tonight. My brain is doing the same. There's a great distraction from the weight of these backpacks. This must be horrible for my spine. Longman and Vincent speak at length of different things that Katako and I left in the dark.
Mr. Alex, you want help?
No, thank you, Katako, I got it.
Your heat much high.
Yeah, I'm starting to cool down.
Cool down? Why do so? Stay hot is good.
If I get too hot, I could die.
Oh, Katako not know. Katako will take heat if happen. Mr. Alex no kill.
At least someone's looking out for me. As I reach the steps of the library, my legs want to get out from the way of the equipment. Push myself harder and farther than I think I can go. Not only physically, but mentally. Vincent opens the door but doesn't hold it open, and it shuts on me. I have no hand, and I need to open the door. Long was kind enough to open the door for Katako and I basically fall in the main lobby of the library, and I put down the packs. Without skipping a beat, Vincent commands us.
Alright, Longman, I need you to look for that human psychology book in this pile. Let me know if you find it or not. Alex, you need to go through these with me.
Vincent goes into the back office area and reappears with pile after pile of financing accounts, financial documents and accounting books.
We need to go through these and find where there is a missing stone count.
Isn't that going to be tedious?
Yep, let's get started.
We sit down with the tables and I'm handed a book. I go line by line, auditing an accounting book. It's comforting, which is surprising. To put it into perspective, I just saw a dead monster with his neck cut open and blood everywhere. I would rather be doing this and see that again. I could do this for hours, and it appears I have. I've already gone through several books when Vincent tapped me on the shoulder.
Ease it, ass shoulder, no need to burn yourself out. You may be all powerful, but even gold need to rest. Katako and Longman have already gone home. You're done for the night.
Thank you. Vincent just turns and leaves me to be in the library. Guess I'm free for the night. What am I gonna do? The library, I guess. I should stay in the library. Decide to stay late at the library. I've yet to actually get any information from these books. I go to the nonfiction section. This time I'll look for something specific. I go to the outsider section. There are volumes of information on different monsters this town has encountered. The largest books are about creatures who are townsfolk. I guess it should be easy to record information on something that is not violent. The smallest books all have ghostly titles. I pick up one of the smaller books, and the cover reads, Ethereal Entities in You. I start to read. Reapers. Mortis Collindinis Minor. I don't hell. Reapers are a deadly classification of outsiders. They have many different forms, but all share common attributes, synonymous with the Mortis Collindinis Major they are born from. In the ethereal realm, the Mortis Collindinis are often compared to Apidae apis mellifera of the physical realm. As such, the minor form, referred to henceforth as Reaper, did not maintain a high level of intelligence. This results in their autonomous nature and procedural reaction. Primary goal of a Reaper is to collect a specific form of ethereal currency, determined by the whim of the Major. Ethereal currency ranges in form, size, and availability. For additional information on the ethereal currency, please refer to supplemental material. The type of currency requested changes the Reaper's form to better collect currency. They will only return to their Major once a quota has been met. The quota is also determined by the Major and is unknown what drives the Major to pick and determine such variables. However, those of ethereal nature appreciate the Majors and often see Reapers as beneficial to their environment. A happy Reaper population often creates a stable ecosystem in the metaphysical realm. Reapers have many predators, which has led to different evolutionary defense mechanisms, the most common of which is their weapon, often seen as a scythe or other bladed weapon to physical entities. Their weapon is primarily used for defense unless agitated. The primary attribute of the weapon is its capability to change physical frequency, becoming any state of matter deemed appropriate. This allows for unprecedented customization, which is often determined by their Major. Another property of a Reaper's weapon is its ability to hinder the existence of the victim being assaulted. Reactions to this hindrances depend on the individual's meta-constitutional attunement. Often this results in brief paralysis so the Reaper may escape its predator unharmed. However, reactions to the hindrance may cause additional complications and can result in the elimination of the victim unless treatment is applied in any inappropriate manner. For physical entities, Reapers are often seen as a horrifying natural force. Their presence and high concentration of currency often leads to those meta-inclined to feel uneasy. Those not inclined often do not know as Reapers in their vicinity. However, because of their weapon, it is not uncommon to physically visualize a Reaper. Meta-inclined. So, I'm guessing that means, like, because us humans, we have, like, that instinct that whenever someone's watching, we can feel it. If we're in a certain place, it starts to get uneasy. Like, that, is it that kind of thing? This causes discomfort to the Reaper. This viewing of a Reaper typically ends amicably, as the Reaper will leave the vicinity immediately. Exceptions to this rule are if the Reaper is collecting. Various pre-programmed responses will enact in range and intensity. Out of all the things in the physical realm, Reapers stay away from areas with mirrors or anything capable of amplifying its physical presence. It is this overlap where Reapers and Exodon Slenmorian, the Reaper's primary predator, share a common attribute. Reaper's predator, what? It is said that if Reapers are like Apidae apis mellifera, then Exodon Slenmorian are like Vespidae, Vespinae, Vespula, but it both detest physical constraint through visible mediums. White Wasp, Clondus Peridana. The White Wasp, also known as a Lux Stealer, is a harmless ethereal entity that brings with it terrible consequences. It does not mean to cause issues, it just wants to feed off ethereal electromagnetic currency. It is this buildup of currency that can cause issues in the physical realm. However, white wasps are often used as a battery source in the ethereal realm. They are a protected species with no known predators, as a result of their unique and useful source of electromagnetic energy. Due to their apparent appreciation of electromagnetic currency, they often interfere with the physical realm in unrelated ways. Their interaction is not considered malicious, only consequential. When viewing a television, the static that may appear in footage is the result of a white wasp eating habits. Huh. These are some really interesting concepts. The static can also be heard in mistuned radios. White wasps tend to congregate around large metallic objects. Frequently, during white wasp migration, white wisp, I've been saying wasp this entire time, oh my god. White wisp migration patterns, they can congregate around individuals with high levels of internal electromagnetic activity. White wisps may be seen as unlucky to those in the physical realm. This is because they attract electrical discharge through currency consumption. This electrical discharge is often seen as the attraction of lightning. Those who have a large number of white wisps feeding off their natural electromagnetism can, and have been struck by lightning. Huh. Being struck by lightning is often seen as an unlucky event. It is unlucky, what are you fucking talking about? But it is a direct result of white wisps channeling in the vicinity of a physical entity. This also results in individuals being struck by lightning multiple times. This is often thought of as being unlucky and the result of a coincidence. However, this fact is not true and can be blamed on white wisps. To disperse white wisps from your vicinity, one must not harness excess electrical energy in their body. The white wisps will leave to feast on a different, more abundant resource in time. Steps to take to limit excess electrical energy. Do not rub two fabrics together or attempt to static shock an object. Ground yourself regularly to an object. Never lick a battery. It is said that you create your own luck. In the case of getting struck by lightning, you do. I close the book and see Vincent watching me. Enjoying the read? Yes, all this new information is mind-opening. I was so wrong about a lot of things. At least you know you're ignorant. The same cannot be said for many others. May I be frank? When are you not? Oh, shut it. I'm trying to be nice for once. It's very difficult for me. Well, I think I was right and wrong about you humans. You're not all-powerful, which is what I figured, but at the same time, you're too well-rounded. There is something about your kind that seems out of place. I'm just trying to say that I'm on to you. How's that being nice? It's a compliment. That's a strange compliment, then. Saying that I was wrong is the compliment. No, a compliment is like saying you have nice glasses or nice shoes. That's just stupid flattery which leads to fornication. There's no winning with you, is there? No. Fine. Oh, go get my food from the bar. Just do it. Okay, fine. So you can follow instructions. Good, I'll be in my office. Put the book back on the shelf in Hell Library. The streets are cool like a brisk autumn night. It's really great that fall's my favorite season. Silver lining and all that crap. Fall is your favorite season? Wow, that's... mine too, actually. Fall and spring. Streetlights flicker from worn-out bulbs. Are there no electricians in this town? That thought, I see the neon sign of Hunter's Bar. I push open the door and I'm assaulted by the noise, smell, and heat. I guess this is a good place to warm up. Oh, Alan. Right. I walk up to the bar and am greeted by Alan, the wolf bartender. Yeah, hi, I'm picking up Vincent. It appears you are his beck and call that gross feline. I still don't hold it against you, though. I would like to hold other things against you, though. He winks. Well, thanks for the compliment. You're gonna stay for a drink, then? I'm sorry, but I can't stay. I do need to get back to Vincent. A wolf can dream. Jesus Christ, dude, are you really that horny? If you do manage to get away from him, give me a call, alright? Will do. Why do you dislike Vincent anyways? I don't hate him. I'm just jealous of what he gets, know what I mean? I raise my feigned ignorance and shrug. Well, here's your food. He pulls back the bag in my grasp. Why do you like him, then? Can't say for sure. You're drawn to his knowledge, aren't you? Power hungry little creature. Talking about you, not Vincent this time. If it is power you're after, I may be able to get help. For a fee, of course. You're not the only one hungry for something in this town. Keep the little tip in the back of your mind. it. Although it's not often been called a big tip. Thanks for the advice. Goes at the bag and I grab it. Trying to leave the bar. Jesus Christ, why? Why do you have a character like that in this game with really good ideas and good writing? Why do you have a fucking horny-ass werewolf? Walking along the street, my brain races and starts to unwind from the day. I saw a dead body today. Tonight, I don't want to sound conceited, but I think I'm involved in this murder. If I am guessing human, and I am, I would Sooth was trying to stop something. But that's weird. That's a weird sentence. Vincent probably knows the same thing. If more citizens start dying, what does that mean? I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Stick with the current and now. What is now? You are stuck in a town with no way home. This town is filled with monsters. Your friends are probably going crazy with worry. They might think I might be dead like Sooth. I guess in that way, Sooth and I are alike. We are both dead to the worlds we know. The world I know now is this library building that I'm walking back up to. I open the door of the library and head back to the office. I already know this place so well, I dislike it. Why do you dislike a library? They're really nice. I open the cracked door to Vincent's office and he's busy working. I hand the bag and he takes out 2 containers. He hands one to me. You didn't think I was gonna let you starve, did you? I need you awake so I can help you with this case. Thank you. Your manners sicken me. Now sit your butt down and eat. I sit with Vincent at his desk. Oh yeah, he does have glasses, I just noticed. You brought another chair in here, it seems. I start to eat with him. He got me a hamburger and a hot dog. Chow down. It appears my food choices were correct, just like the book said. The book you were reading from appears to have truths. Yeah. What's the library do exactly? I've pieced together most of it, yet there are a few things I want to hear from you. Well, the library is a place where you find books. I know, but there's more to the library than just that, clearly. We're investigating a murder, which I still can't believe. The library has all the answers for the stupid people of this town. I get asked the most useless questions all the time, like this one. I have to answer it no matter how much it pains me. The library also stops fights that might happen in the town. You have no idea how often things get rough around here. You would think all these different creatures could just put aside their glaring differences. To live is a very hostile and dangerous place where they are caged. If only. Do you have to break up fights? Yep, all the time. Why do you think I have Kotaku around? Thought it was for muscle, but no, it was that kind of muscle. Why would I hire a blind librarian? He's blind? I was about to say that. Do you see any eyes on that one? If you do, let me know, because I don't. How does he see? Kotaku has heat vision. That makes sense. He made a comment about my body being too hot. What about Longma? He has eyes, or are you blind as well? No, I knew that. I mean, what's his story? How should I know? Why don't you ask him? So, let's get back on track. Sooth is dead, which still has to sink in. That old fart has been around longer than I have. Not many can say that. Not anymore, at least. Who was here before you? A lot of the demons or devils, I am not 100% sure. I can tell who came after me, though. Alright, who would that be? Obviously you're the newest one to move to the town. Kotaku and Longma came after me as well. I used to have a bigger staff here, but the funding got cut. No one likes the library meddling in their affairs. Don't you work for the mayor? Thankfully, no. The library is supposed to separate. How come? Conflicts of interest, but enough about the town. Sooth is our primary concern. We get down to the books and I'm going through a bunch of numbers regarding edgeless stones. I'm trying to find where the numbers don't match up. Where maybe one is miscounted. Vincent is a similar stack of accounting books filled with numbers. I'm sorry, but this doesn't look like a library. It looks like a fucking bookstore, which, I mean, not complaining. Bookstores and libraries, I love both of them, but like... After what seemed like an hour or two, my eyes start to get heavy. It feels nice to close my eyes, cool and comforting. Yeah, because Vincent's totally gonna like that. He's totally gonna like the fact that you're just sleeping on the job. Okay, night 4. Well, video isn't an hour long yet, so we're gonna keep going. Oh no, is this when it happened? No, it wouldn't make sense. Wouldn't make sense if that happens now. I wake up slowly and I don't remember, but I do remember some parts. Like, I wake up slowly and feel warmth pressed against my back. It's the dark room and unfamiliar smell of a stranger's bed. My eyes widen, and I try to move, but there is an arm wrapped around my waist. A soft furred hand pulls me close against them. I look down under the blanket and see that I am just in my underwear and laying on a bed. Vincent is spooning me? I gulp and feel nervous. I am literally sleeping with my boss. I feel my heart start to throb more, and I try my best not to move at all. I then become much more aware of everything. Every breath I take pushes against his fur. Every snore he makes that he exhales in the back of my neck. When you actively try to ignore something, you tend to focus on it. The phenomenon of manual breathing or being aware of your tongue. Fuck you. Fuck you. I am overly sensitive to physical stimuli. I feel every little bristle of fur brush and push against my skin. It is so soft and warm on my back. Laying so still starts to wear on me. I need to move a bit. I try to shift and his hand pulls me back to him. I feel his claws gently dig into my stomach. What the fuck is happening? Why is this a thing? His hand gently moves up and down, rubbing his pads on my flesh. The snoring has stopped and has been replaced by purring. What the fuck is happening? Why? This is literally day 4. He still thinks I'm asleep, and I try to pretend to be. He moves to pet me. I feel a throb against my rear, and I'm pulled in Really, game? Really, game? I cough, and he instantly goes back to snoring, ceasing the petting. He's pretending too. I don't know what to do. I pretend to go back to sleep, and like clockwork, the petting starts again. His purring is soothing. I try my best to enjoy the situation. Just as I start to calm down, Vincent gets out of bed. He goes in the next room and turns on the light in the office. He is completely naked, and his tail sways from side to side. He stacks a couple of books, but he comes back into the bedroom and dresses himself in the dark. I'm gonna pause it just in case. Okay, never mind. He sits in a chair and is half watching me and half looking out the window. For a moment he looks sad and isn't the Vincent I know. He cracks his neck and I see his facial expression shift as he as he's softly talking to himself. He is a human. He is too powerful and too dangerous to be around. Don't get attached like you usually do. He stands up and his posture's back to being Vincent. He kicks the bed to wake me up. Hey, lazy, useless human, get your ass up. It is time for work. Pretend to be startled and wake up. What? Okay, I'm up. Good, now here are your clothes. We have a busy day ahead of us, so get your ass in gear. I get out of bed in my underwear. I grab my neatly folded clothing to redress myself. Vincent's already in the office and I go to join him. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Okay. Why? I quickly go back to reading accounting books. Good, you're learning. Listen, do this for an hour or two. I have long been looking into the missing tarot cards. If you don't find a solid lead, we are going to have to do something drastic. Vincent leaves the office and I am left alone with the books and my thoughts. What do I think about Vincent? I like him. Even though he may be rude and asshole sometimes, I see these other side and I find him attractive. He is. He's fucking emotionally attractive. He's powerful and assertive. Who doesn't like confidence? Also, cats are cute. As I am here thinking, Vincent creeps up on me again. On second thought, stop with those books. Okay? Even if we do manage to find something, we'll get as close and find out who it was. So then, what do? I loathe to say it, we should see the mayor. Vincent makes a grimace. What good will that do for us?
Listen, we're going to have to go to the source for this. I don't know if this is a hasty move, but something does not feel right.
Nothing feels right.
You're right for once. Maybe there's still hope for you. Highly unlikely, though. I must warn you, we are getting into some deep politics. Figures a demigod like you would bring such chaos, no matter how much bad luck you bring. We still need to figure this out. To get to the point, we are going to the mayor. This is no easy task, and ultimately dangerous to boot.
This mayor sounds like a bad dude. Why run into danger like that?
He is not bad, just... he's a sociopath. Danger is not immediate, so there is nothing to worry about that for the moment. I won't be planning this if I had another option, so I'm going to need to speak to him.
Why me?
As you know, the mayor and I get along famously. That was a joke. He hates my guts and will not give me the time of day. You, however, have a chance to get what we want.
Let me guess, because I'm a human.
Righto.
So why do you two hate each other?
He tries to hide things, and I try to uncover them. I think the dichotomy of that explains the situation, don't you?
I know by now not to answer his hypothetical questions. Why do I need to ask him? What information are we hoping to obtain?
We need to figure out who in this town has access to edgeless stones via the treasury. This will give us additional leads, but is also the direction we are being forced into.
Is this a trap?
This is the direction purposely laid out before us. Yes, a trap.
Yet you still think there is merit in jumping down the rabbit hole.
If you have a better idea, I would just ignore it anyways.
True.
Follow me, we should leave immediately. We may be lucky and catch him.
Yeah, I love this dude. I fucking love him. His personality is amazing. With that, we quickly leave the library. For librarians, we sure don't do typical librarian duties. Then again, what do I expect? Walking along with Vincent, I get the urge to talk to him. So, what is the weather like here?
You really are grabbing at straws for conversation. If you're that desperate, I guess I will talk. The weather of Blackgate is not like a constant speculation. You see, when it rains, there are more outsiders that show up. I have no idea what that means, but it is true.
I showed up when it was not raining.
It does not need to be raining for an outsider to show up. There really are no weather patterns that I can see. It's always dark and the temperature fluctuates between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. I have no idea how.
I don't know Celsius. Wait, if there is no sun, why are there trees?
Excellent question. I don't know. Let us not dwell on the fact I cannot answer something and shut up.
I love you, Vincent. With that, we make it to the town hall. Littering the steps are all sorts of monsters in professional attire, pointing fingers and trying to delegate to each other. It looks fairly pointless, but I have no idea what they are arguing about. Politics doesn't change between creatures, it appears. Oh boy, yeah. Honestly, Washington was right. Political parties are evil. We climb the steps and it's obvious that Vince and I are being watched. They're like vultures circling us until we reach the doors. They are already open and welcoming to the dark embrace of the building. We enter, my eyes take a moment to adjust to the different light level. It is a very unnatural light, very similar to a blacklit room. It is still difficult to see, but you can make certain details out very clearly. Who do you talk to?
What did I read that wrong, didn't I? Probably Vec.
He works here too?
I technically don't work anywhere.
Vec comes walking in from a side hallway.
It is great to see you again, and you, Vincent.
Yeah, good to see you too and stuff.
What can I help you fellows with?
We are here to speak with Mayor Andrus. I understand at a short notice, and he will likely refuse our request. However, we have found a lost edgeless stone in connection with Sooth's murder.
I see. And Alex, what are you here for?
I'm here to see the mayor as well.
Let me take a look at his schedule.
That goes to a desk and pull out an appointment ledger.
It appears he has time available for Alex. Sorry, Vincent, no time for you.
I figured as much. Why do you think I brought him?
True, true. Well, if you have other goals, I'll help you with them. But first, follow me, please.
Vex gives his trademark grin and bows, pointing in a direction. Yeah, fuck you, cunt. I hate you. Like an idiot, I go where he directs. Why am I doing this? This is bad time written all over it. You don't have a bad time, step closer or whatever, I don't fucking know. I follow Vec down a hallway and he leads me to a set of old doors. How imposing and useless. Why do evil villains always have the most asinine things? Vec points to the floor.
Stand here and wait. Please do not move.
I stand in a large square, tile, and Vec leaves. I hear his footsteps get softer and softer until they're inaudible. Another minute passes and I hear a locking mechanism shift. The door opens and I'm welcomed in. Oh, okay, he's an owl. I enter an office that is well lit, pristine and devoid of activity. The only thing active is this large figure in a suit. An owl man from the looks of it. Beside him is a large sword, standing upright and defying gravity. He stands in front of his desk with the sword. He barely moves like one of those actors who pretend to be statues.
Here you are. I've been expecting you.
This man does not move. He merely speaks from his being and his voice fills the room. It is imposing and demonic.
You have? Undoubtedly, you are extremely important, even though you are ignorant of the sheer magnitude of change your existence brings. My words will not affect you, though, to my chagrin.
Why is that?
As stated, you are ignorant. This is a statement to take as a slight. This is not a statement to take as a slight. I am attempting to make you aware of your surroundings.
I appreciate it. Why does my awareness mean so much?
For reasons not explainable at this time.
Seriously?
Absolutely. The wheels of fate.
I interrupt him.
I am here to get information, not a lecture. Certainly. Will you not hear what I would like to say?
All you do is speak in riddles and in circles. Stop being so vague and cryptic and I'll be all ears. Vague conversation with a monster does not get me close to my goal.
And what is your goal?
I'm trying to figure out who killed Sooth, and Edgeless Stone is involved with the murder.
I am aware of your objective. You want to know who has access to the treasury and what privileges each individual has in regards to Edgeless Stones. That information is trivial.
So you do have it. If so, may I have it?
I do have the information. I require a transaction.
This type of conversation is much less cryptic, and I can agree with this. So, okay, what kind of transaction?
I require you to answer my inquiries truthfully and hand over the Edgeless Stone. Do these things and the documents are yours.
That seems easy enough.
A deal has been made between Adrius Marquis and Alex, the human. Please sign the enclosed documents.
Like a David Blaine wannabe. Okay. Andrus produces a document from nothing. I sign the document and hand it back to see it disappear with the sleight of hand. You just signed a deal with the devil, dude. Fucking idiot.
Let us begin. What do you know about the Eternal?
Very little. Just that is the reason for the town to be here. This is just a guess.
What connections, if any, do you have to the Eternal?
None. I have only within the past 4 nights heard of this town and all of this. How do you explain to know so much?
The Eternal is aware of you. Are you aware of it?
I am not aware that it is aware of me, but I still have no idea what this thing is.
It shall remain that way for everyone's safety and well-being. Questions are complete. Now I require the Edgeless Stone.
I reach into my pocket and hold it out. Andrus' hand and arm move incredibly fast, but there is a trail of delay that follows his movement. Like a streak of light as a car passes you. He grabs the stone.
Here is the document you requested.
Out of nowhere, he produces a black folder in place of the stone. I grab it from his stone, still clawed hand. I take a few steps back and open up the folder. There's lists of names with a header that says Treasury Representatives. There are about 10 names on the list. I shut the folder and look up. I see Andrew standing behind his desk. I don't ever remember hearing or seeing him move. His stare is as cold and unmoving as ever. So that's it. No other game with words or riddles, something cryptic to say at the end. No like, beware, you're the chosen one, it's important to speak again. I was beginning to like the mystery. That is all. There was the office open. I take it I should leave. I go down the hallway and take a couple of turns to see Vincent sitting with his arms crossed on the bench. His eyes travel meet mine and then down to the folder in my hands. For once, I see a grin creep across his face. I might get a compliment, not likely. I see you did it. Yeah, I got it, but what is up with him? Andrus is really weird and cryptic. That is why we don't get along. I just want simple acts, answers, and facts, and possibilities and assumptions. I much prefer your method. Of course you should. I hand over the folder and Vincent swats it away. You can hold on to it for now. I'll trust you just this once. We walk out of town hall and the crowd of politicians. They stare at us as we descend down the steps. Oh really, just this once? Despite the fact you were literally spooning him last night? Okay, Vincent. Vincent and I walk down the streets toward the library. I open the folder as he traveled and start reading. The title states Treasury Representatives. The first line is the retinue of the chosen, with 5 different account numbers, so there must be 5 of them. Next is Andrus Marquis, Grizz Tuskweather, Aradina Adantis, Charlie of the Watchers, Steve of the Watchers, Lisa of the Watchers. The list continues. Eldris Sooth, he is dead so they should update this, Duke Beleth, Duke de Carabia, Melly Sable, Yareb Velto, and Alex the Human. I read that again. Alex the Human. What? I had to reread that last line a 3rd time. Why am I part of the Treasury Representatives? I stop my tracks and Vincent turns around and with a look that says, oh no. Please don't tell me something is off. Something is very off. I said not to, don't you listen? Damn, what time is it? Let me guess, Sooth is on the list. Well, yes, but I am too. What? No, you're not. Very funny. Oh. Serious? This has got to be fake. Vincent takes the folder and reads it. He gets to my name and furrows his brow. I don't get shocked often, but this is not good. Your name was on here before you arrived. So if I'm on this document... What other documents are you on? How far does all this go? I should have known we were more trouble than you're worth. Vincent is silent for a moment and scratches his chin. Listen, don't jump to conclusions. We have to think rationally here. It could be that the document was changed and it was added to throw us off. He grips the paper where my name is. He takes that piece of paper and tucks it away in his pocket. I won't leave you dragged without my permission. For all purposes here, you are not on this list, and forget the fact that you were. This can't hinder our investigation into why Sooth was killed. Once we exhaust all other leads, then, and only then, will we return to the fact that you were on this list. Are you on board with me? I have never seen Vincent act this way. He is really afraid for me. He reaches into his pocket and holds onto something, turning around and whispering to himself, talking into whatever he is holding. I'll trust you, Vincent, just this once. Maybe we'll make it this time. Puts the object back in his pocket and breathes a heavy sigh. He turns around and is back to being Vincent. Good, not like you have the choice anyways. I make the rules here, you got it? Yes, boss. Good, now let's go. Yeah, he's really cute. He's really cute. I like him a lot. We trip back to the library. Open the door, we are met by Kotaku, goofily smiling as he usually does. He does have eyes, what the fuck are you talking about? Like... I guess that is a smile. It is now to me. Otherwise I would have been afraid. My, how much it has changed in just a few days, nights, whatever. Today has been very eventful. I will have to read over several documents. You did a good job, Alex. You are done for the night. There is more to do tomorrow. Kotaku, I need you to keep an eye on Alex. I don't have an eye. You know what I mean. Just make sure he doesn't get into any trouble. Alex, you better take him as your bodyguard. If not, that is up to you. Of course, I'll be happy to have company. The big lug smiles again and bounces over to me. He's like a giant, gray, creepy puppy. At least someone here offsets Vincent's disposition. So, since work is... what do you intend to do after work?
Eat food.
So, do you want to go to the diner? He nods yes when we head out the door, and he heads out the door before me. I see Vincent looking very pensive and looking through paperwork. He sees me watching and waves me away. I leave and follow Kotaku. We travel through the town, and I guess I'm starting to get used to all the creepy eyes that follow me. It doesn't seem like it is that much anymore. Maybe this town is getting comfortable with me as I am with it. I have to remember that this is a bad thing. I can't stay up in the place that already knew my arrival before I did. This place is extremely messed up, but it has gems trying to shine through the dirt and grime. Okay, I'm thinking on piecing this together. It already knew that we were coming. They already knew we were coming. It was written before we even got there. Sooth saw it too. I'm thinking that we're dead. I'm thinking that the car must have remember he was really tired, so he must have fallen asleep at the wheel and maybe crashed. That's what I'm guessing. He died then, and this is the afterlife or something. That's my guess.
You talked to Mayor Andrus, yes?
Yes, I did. He is a very interesting mayor. A little too full of himself in the games he plays.
What kind of game?
Games that can hurt. I can see why Vincent does not get along with him.
Vincent does not like anyone, but maybe you.
What do you mean?
He tries to hide. I see heat goes up when you're near him.
Yeah, but you can see things I can't.
I see truth.
That was too deep and thoughtful for Kotaku. I am underestimating his intelligence, maybe. What other truths do you see?
Oh, your heat goes up near many. It is how you human are. I want to see cold in you that I know you hate.
Well, I guess you are right, but why do you want to see me cold?
You're nice to all. I want to see me, I want to see mean to see you truth.
You think I'm not being sincere?
Need cool to compare warm. If only hot, then liar. If only cold, then evil.
Everyone's been nice to me, so I have no need to be cold yet.
I want see you and Mayor to see you cold. And next time, yes.
Alright, I'll take you along next time I speak with someone I don't want to talk to.
Good. Kotaku happy then.
With a grin on our faces, we reach the diner. We swing open the door and let Kotaku pass through. We take a booth that is larger on one side for an occasion such as this. I guess they need to cater to those who require additional space or less. Oh, a jackalope waitress comes and takes her order. Sandwich and soda, please.
Hot tea, hot soup, hot flesh.
Meat. Just say meat. Steak, something, please. The waitress leaves with the order. So what kind of flesh do you eat?
All flesh, as long as it is hot.
So having a cooked meal is important to you for you, I take it. What about leftovers?
No eat cold things. Cold food have sickened them.
I guess that makes sense. So what do you think is going on here? Do you have any guess on as to why Sooth died?
I have idea, but no big idea.
What is it then? Even small ideas are helpful. We get our food and Kotaku slobbers over a huge bowl of soup with questionable pieces of steaming meat in it. It smells like fish and death. I eat my sandwich with dignity. Sandwiches are considered high-class cuisine. He also drinks a massive steaming hot goblet of tea. He eats and finishes before I can even take a couple bites. He lets out a sigh and I see the heat and steam come from his mouth like a dragon. I finish my meal and pay the bill. So what is that small idea of yours?
That was the police force you kill.
Why would you say that? Who from the police force?
I don't know. Just gut feel.
We get out from the booth and say goodbye to the diner. We take our steps out into the street. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut feelings, bitch. On the empty street, we walk toward the edge of town. It does not take us long before you reach the trail. I start my journey toward the cabin. I say goodbye to Kotaku, but he is following me. Coming with me?
Yes, I ordered to watch you, so I watched to home.
Alright, I'm not complaining. I turn my phone, we head off the path. Having someone walk with me makes me feel somewhat safer. It also helps that it's Kotaku. We walk quietly, and I feel like I should strike up a conversation with Kotaku.
Vincent.
So, what do you know about Vincent?
I know Mr. Vincent good. I know when good, bad, sad, anger.
What's his story then? What's going on with him?
Mr. Vincent's more scared than Mr. Longma. Mr. Vincent think he lose all more. He no want to lose all more.
You're saying he lost everything before?
Yes. Old library all kill. Mr. Vincent last librarian to stand. Sacred scared no other love, for they will be killed.
Well, that is sad. I don't know. What do you think know what happened? Why did all librarians get killed?
Kotaku no one say. Mr. Vincent only one say for secret sad. Mr. Alex know that Mr. Vincent, Mr. Longmo, and Kotaku all like Mr. Alex. No let bad or kill come to library.
I won't either. I'll protect you as well if I can.
Stay strong, you protect all.
That was the cabin I critic Kotaku. I have my keys out and I lock the door. I open the door to the cabin and turn on the light. Without warning, I am grabbed from behind, and large arms wrap around me. I am startled, but it's just Kotaku. He hugs me, I think, and breathes heavily into my ear.
I want to eat your heat.
I am taken by surprise at his command. Okay? Without warning, I feel his tongue slip against my ear and suck gently on it. It sends my body into a spasm, my heart thumps deep in my chest. I gulp as I am held and licked. Once again, Taku breathes into my ear with force and bestial desire. What the fuck is happening? Okay. I would feel threatened, but he is being gentle. Kotaku gripped me in half if he wanted to. The fuck is happening? What the Nope. Oh, that was fucking unexpected. What the fuck? Shame? What the fuck are you... No. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Yes, the predictions were true. I'm able to solve this mystery of Sooth's murder. Knowing why he was killed may help me get out of here. This is enough for one day. Time to hit the hay. What the fuck? Why the... Why did that happen? That came out of nowhere. Okay, that's it. That's it for this video. Yeah, see you.